Evil shall be dispersed.
Huh? You're Genevieve, right? What brings you here? Well, I'm here to do some pancreation, but what are you doing here? You aren't hoping to sign up too, are you? I know you two. Sorry, blonde one can't participate. What? Discrimination. Never said I wanted to take part. Paimon has. Wait, what's the opposite of deja vu? Anyway, Paimon has that because the last time we were in a situation like this, both Darcy and Estienne were practically begging us to participate. Let me put it this way: a pancration match is a spectator sport. Entertaining the audience is more important than who wins and who loses. I've heard all about your past deeds. If we let Carrington enter the ring, the outcome is a foregone conclusion, and all the anticipation is removed from the equation. No one wants to watch a match with a predictable outcome. If I let you take part, I might as well hand you the trophy right now and save everyone the trouble. Sounds like a plan. Hand it over. How about I use only one hand to fight? In that case, Paimon can fight on my behalf. Didn't I give her a tiny little sword? I feel like I did. How about I use only one hand to fight? Oh? That might spice things up a bit. But, nope, I don't think that'll work. What if you actually win the tournament with one hand? It would set the bar too high for future tournaments. I know I said entertainment value is key, but we also have to be careful to manage the audience's expectations. How about I let Carrington join as a coach? You can coach her. The strongest coach paired with the weakest contestant. Yeah, that should be a nice gimmick. Nice touch. I mean, for the audience. Also, although it's mostly for fun, there's a pretty generous prize for the winner, all thanks to her colleague, or should I say, former colleague. The winning team will receive credit coupons as well as a fantastical Fanta trophy. Show it at the Fontaine Research Institute and you can drink all the Fanta you like for free. An endless supply of free Fanta? Crichton, Pema wants that. Well, if Crichton is willing to coach me and Poirot to victory, I'd be more than happy to give you the trophy. Are you sure? You're really willing to give up an endless supply of free Fanta? Of course, I've, had more than my fair share of Fanta in my time. Awesome! Anyway, so you're teaming up with Poirot again, huh? Oh, are Rave and Darcy competing this time too? Darcy isn't, as far as I know, and Rave, I doubt he'll feel the need to. He did take all our coupons after all. Did he return them to you after the results were announced? Nope, and I haven't seen him since. It's possible that he's left for good. What? There are multiple factors that may have contributed to my previous losses, but we can't change the past, and from an efficiency perspective, competing in the Pancration tournament may prove to be the better choice now. Especially with Carrington's help. That would be perfect. For the sake of unlimited Fanta, I'll do it. I'll coach you. As coach, do I get any compensation besides a potential trophy? Hmm. If the trophy isn't enough, I'm willing to compensate you for your trouble. I'll do my best to make it worth your time. Sounds like a sweet deal. Let's help them, Carrington. So you'll help? Fantastic. Coach Carrington, Paimon, let's go find Poirot. I wonder if he has recruited any new teammates. As long as I don't have to go back to the dormitories. Now, I know I said I was gonna go and learn more about Farina, but I want to get this done before I do that. How's it going, Perot? Will he be joining our team? Ha, hard pass. I believe that's a no. As much as I enjoy the detective jokes, from what I've seen of your combat capabilities, you're about as good in a fight as a blubber beast. Hey, don't mock blubber beasts. Those things can be scary in combat. Disappear is what the local legends can do. Shoot you from various angles. They all keep this constant stream of attacks, which, if you're not careful, can definitely take out a character. Joining your team would be like debuting on stage just before the curtains close. If I had time for that, don't you think I'd be better off rehearsing for the Tri-Coupon True performance? You make a lot of good points, but I would like to refute one of them. I'm all ears. I may have lost to Rusimov in unarmed combat, but I've changed my fighting style since then. Now I can at least draw in a fight with a stern shield crab. A stern shield crab is competing? Unarmed combat with Rusimov? You? Anybody beating Rusimov would be crazy. Yes, I realize now that it was reckless decision on my part, so I've decided to avoid unarmed combat from now on. Might I add that Crichton has agreed to coach us? I'm sure we stand a much greater chance of winning with help from him. The best coach can't help a lost cause. Oh, my good sir, have you not seen the movies with an underdog? Those usually have the underdogs winning. You said you changed your fighting style? Yes, close quarter combat is not my forte, so I prepared numerous bottles filled with cryo energy. No! It sounds like the treasure hoarders. With these, I can slow down my opponents in the arena, and also treat them to delicious ice-cold Fanta outside the ring, to maintain cordial relations. I'm not so jealous. Wait, is that how bottles of cryo are supposed to be used? I'll stick with my axe. Axe. What? Are you a researcher? Where'd you learn to use an axe? Rest assured that I'm quite handy with an axe. I chop firewood for stress relief when my research hits a wall. So many questions. Paimon won't ask. I have a suggestion. Why don't we have a little sparring session now? That way you can show me your skills, and Coach Crichton can get a sense of your fighting styles. What do you think? Depending on how the sparring goes, I may or may not decide to join your team. Seems like a reasonable suggestion. What do you think, Poirot? Oh, is it not Poirot? 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 I'll just still call him Poirot. Yes, excellent suggestion. If only you'd come up with it sooner. I think I've used up all my mental energy on making detective jokes. Well, I would say that let's get right to the pancration ring and not waste any more time, but are you sure you're dressed for a sparring match? What do you mean? I always dress like this when I'm chopping firewood. But you should change into something that's easier to move around in. Fortunately, the True has some costumes. Give me a minute. Concord gets a set of comfortable clothes for Genevieve. Oh, gosh dang. She's your opponent, though. Isn't this counterproductive to help her? It's not of her fight if she's handicapped by her clothes. Entertainment value idea. I mean, I've already said I'll just coach, but, what if I were to wear a dress, big, poofy dress, I can't move, so I have to tank all the hits. And I only use one hand. And I lose. Well, that would be no fun for me. It's not a fair fight if she's... Yeah, I already read that. Thank you, you're very considerate. Whichever way this goes, you have my respect as an opponent. Alright, I can officially say it now. Sorry guys, I am so tired. let's get right to the vacation ring and not waste any more time. I'm sure Rusumov won't mind us borrowing it for a while. Do I get a fight as her, or what? And he's on me. Hey, Rusumov. We'd like to use this place to train with Concord. Sure thing, no problem at all. Please observe our fight closely, Coaches Karitan and Paimon. Truth be told, Poro and I lack fighting experience, especially this kind of fighting, so please let us know right away if you have any advice during the fight. What if I have bad advice? What if I give bad advice? Bro, I have no confidence in my coaching abilities. What if I give bad advice? I trust your judgment. As long as it isn't a fatal mistake, there's always a chance to turn it around, right? Now let's warm up and get ready to enter the arena. Concord can't be stronger than a stern shield crab, right? You can do it. I mean, it was just a rehearsal. We won't hold back. Please try and understand. Okay, cryo cocktail. Poro skill. Toss a bottle filled with cryo elemental energy at an opponent. After hitting it, it can deal cryo damage. Poro says that this kind of bottle can slow your opponent's movement in the rings. And you can treat them to a chilled Fanta after the match to make friends after, making it a very versatile and useful weapon. Gosh dang, that does a lot more damage than all your other stuff. Well, that's good to know. Should have been having him do that a lot sooner. Oh, cool, I was up here. Okay. We'd like to use this place to train with Concord. Sure thing, no problem at all. Oh, I'm supposed to beat him. Got it. Now let's warm up and get ready to enter the arena. Okay. Do that from the start. There we go, you guys. A superb attack. Woo! The outcome is already clear. That's enough, Poro. Bro, don't tell me Poro's an insane type that's just gonna keep on doing stuff. Not bad. I'm impressed. It was close. Could have gone either way. I've been waiting so long for a chance to say that. But it was 2 against 1. So based on the course creation ethics, this probably didn't count as a fair fight. No, it absolutely counts. The rules allow it. Plus, I was going easy on you. You're new to this after all. How is you going easy? Really? Why didn't you go all out? What would be the point? I was only testing their skills. Why would I want to risk injuring them? Fair point. Well, anyway, since they impressed you, are you willing to join our team now? Hard pass. What the? I may have chosen to join if it was just the two of them, but with Crichton here, I'm somewhat superfluous. Am I really that awesome? I had no idea. Thanks for the compliment. I'm only speaking the truth. Anyway, I'm sure you'll put on an amazing performance with Crichton coaching. As for me, I'll be cheering you on from the audience. Oh, and although I won't be fighting alongside you, I'd be happy to provide some support outside of the ring. Considering that your fighting styles are a little monotonous, let's go get you kitted out with some more stuff. And the coach, of course. There's a few things that might come in handy. Our troop is really well equipped. It makes me wonder how come our performances are always subpar. I hope these things are as good as you're claiming. Oh, don't you worry, they are. Anyway, seeing is believing. Let's go to Alvard. He keeps hold of all the stuff I order for the troop. Okay. Go brains and brawn. Fancy, fancy. It ain't my last day in prison yet. Nope, no. Rob should be around here. They'll be packed in some flimsy wood boxes. If you find them, go ahead and crack them open. I count 4 boxes.
Welcome to the
Okay, but if I go next.
purveyor of all essential provisions.
Voila! Wait, only 3. Dang it, I guess that meant one of them wasn't really supposed to be. Oh, this, maybe it'll be of use. Let's just take it just in case. Give the firecrackers to the research lady. They're tailor-made for the arena. They're not just powerful, but instead, great.
Welcome to the
Back up
Racket
with my own
Workshop,
weapon.
purveyor of all.
What the heck is all this? Does your troop really use these in your performances? Using them is optional, but having them is mandatory. That's my motto. I know nothing about performing, so I'll take your word for it, Concord. Wait, but this is a fight, not a performance, right? Yes, but it's still for entertainment purposes. The pancreation ring can be considered a stage of sorts. I look forward to watching you shine on the stage. With all your preparation so far, I'm sure your first fight will be a breeze. I heard your opponent is a big blue fella, and while he might be a stocky guy, I don't think he's a match for you. Of course, seems like a better coach than me. Do you need my help with anything? Our first opponent won't be difficult, right? So let's use the same system as we did before. Just give us any input you think we need during the fight. Coach Crichton, could you ask Rosua when the matches will officially begin? We'll be ready to fight whenever you say the word. I'll watch your fingers if I have the time. Best of luck in the tournament. Oh, watch your fights. Wow. Watch your fingers. Yeah, no. Watch your fight. Thanks for everything. You're a great guy. And thanks to Poirot for the detective jokes. I'm hoping to work some of them into my scripts. If any of you have any good ideas for a story, do let me know. Sure, I've got plenty of stories to share. As long as they get credited and a copyright fee, I'm sure we can arrange that. One thing at a time, Coach. Come on, let's go see Rusumov. I hope I didn't press X to just start doing auto talk. Oh. Hello to today's Pigration fight. A naive researcher and her assistant. A team of two fresh fish being served up on the chopping block of the stage. Well, that sounds horrible. Back so soon. Fast and Furious. Oh. Yeah, fast to lose, furious in defeat. Why are you being so pessimistic? Sounds like holding all those cryo bottles has cooled his enthusiasm. Huh? So elemental energy really does have that kind of effect? Of course. The Fontaine Research Institute is right after all. Instead of elemental energy, if you're ready, you can start whenever you like. Aren't you going to explain the joke? I'm good to go. What joke? Nothing, just forget I said anything. Now then, your first opponent has quite an interesting origin story. He was stuffed into a barrel, and the barrel has a note on it that said, "Take a look in the mirror." Obviously, the person who stuffed him in the barrel is also participating. So if he beats you, it'll be his chance at revenge in the ring. After all, fighting's prohibited outside the ring. It's his only chance to win a fight and not get punished for it. And of course, he'll still be entitled to visit the infirmary if he loses. So are we ready to enter the ring? We're ready. Then please take your positions. Even if it's just a recreational tournament, that still doesn't mean you should be hitting jokes. Hit the rude fellow. Fire. Ice. Fire. Oh, she has to be close. Shield was broken.
Flash Frost. Don't get it.
Okay. Unfortunately, she has to be closer. I'm gonna freaking... I'm good to go. I doubt there's anything I can tell him and be like, hey, be closer to the dude.
You'll get frostbite. Frozen. Crisp.
I need to wait until he brings up his shield.
For a flash free shield to the bone.
There we go. Astounding, they defeated the big brood living in the barrel. Let us applaud the newcomer's first victory. Ugh, you guys are so weak. Congratulations to the researcher and the research assistant. A first bout victory for our first-time fighters. As for the guy in the barrel, don't be discouraged. We'll see you again in the next competition. Okay. Ugh, that Rusama. I am not a research assistant. Hey, a research assistant is a very good job. Maybe you should consider it. If nothing else, working at the Fontaine Research Institute would be a much better job security than working as a detective's assistant. Fair enough. I'll give it some thought. If I ever manage to leave this place. So, how did the two of you team up anyway? You seem like a very different personalities. And you don't have much common ground professionally either. That's not entirely true. The truth is, I was doing an investigation at the Fontaine Research Institute before I came here. Everything was going fine until I ran into that Melusine. I was just gathering evidence, but she insisted that it was theft. Define gathering evidence. Taking private documents from the Fontaine Research Institute, which would generally be considered as constituting theft. I'll have you know they were problematic documents. Anyway, I pleaded guilty and accepted my punishment. Sounds like there's an interesting story here. I'm not at liberty to divulge the details of the case, as would violate client confidentiality. I'm all too familiar with the subject of his investigation. I injured them during a conference. Ma'am, please, stop. What did I just say about divulging details? Oh, sorry, yeah. It's nothing to do with the competition anyway, so we shouldn't bore our poor coach with all this. I'd be happy to keep listening for a little extra compensation. I'm very curious about what goes on at the Fontaine Research Institute behind closed doors. You can probably read all about it in the Steambird or some detective novel, though I can't vouch for the credibility in either case. Alright, let's get back to business. Coach, in your professional opinion, what do we need to improve on? Your speed. Yeah, speed helps you dodge enemy attacks and land more strikes in the same amount of time. Both Genevieve and Pearl rely on throwing. Faster and more accurate throws would give them an advantage, whether it's a bottle of cryo or some stage firecrackers, right? Sounds good. Shall we find some place to practice our throwing techniques? As long as we can find a spot where we won't disturb anyone. There's a big empty space near the Rift of Erosion. I think that should work. Let's head over there and check it out. I'm sorry. We're going there? Okay. This looks like a great place to practice throwing. Concord gave us a bunch of stuff earlier. Some of it should come in handy here. Didn't we even borrow to set up a practice area? It's a little jerry-rigged, but it should be fit for purpose. Coach, why don't you give us a demonstration first? My pleasure. Watch and learn. We're counting on you, Coach. Got it? Any questions? I understand it in principle, but should I demonstrate again? Principles won't help you. You need to practice it for yourself. Yep, muscle memory is the key here. And you need hand-eye coordination. Speaking of which, Poirot has to wear glasses. Will your poor eyesight affect your accuracy? Oh, these are just a fashion statement. They're not prescription lenses. Bro, me too. Ugh. Huh? That must be a nuisance, surely. Wearing those in the ring? You just have to treat them as an extension of your body. Besides, if I take them off, no one will recognize me. Don't be silly. Actually, everyone does look alike. oh, oh, oh. I mean, not wrong. Let's not get hung up on spectacles here. Is this basic training really all we can do? It reminds me of being a detective assistant, revisiting the same crime scene over and over countless times, hoping to find a new shred of evidence. There's no substitute for hard work in any field. Our coach has personally shown us how it's done. You shouldn't dismiss the value of practice before you've even tried it. Yep, if you don't put it in the time, you'll regret it down the line. Are we here to grumble or to win? Put your back into it. How about a sparring match with me instead? Be warned, I don't pull my punches. I'll go practice throwing right away. It needs to be second nature when we're in the ring. Let's take turns practicing. While one of us throws, the other will watch and check their accuracy. Alright, let's do that. Great. Coach Carrington, Paimon, let's meet again in the arena when the next round begins. Alright, no slacking off, Poirot. I wonder who our next opponent will be. Alright, you guys continue training.
Boring!
next day. I love technicalities sometimes. Ah, you're here. Where's Genevieve? She's gonna get changed. She'll be back before the match starts. Your opponent is ready. Let me know when you want to start. As soon as Genevieve gets back. Still getting ready. Please, give me a moment. Sure thing. My muscles are aching. Oh, really hope that's not gonna be too much here. As I defeat you, I can regain my freedom and live the good life with my brothers again.
What's one more? Take this!
Dang it. It's a miss.
I've got the upper hand. That won't work. This will do! I'm ready! Cheap tricks. This isn't over!
Dang it.
What's one more? Fall before me! This isn't over! This will do!
Why'd you have to jump back? It's like I'm used to her doing that.
Cheap tricks. I'm ready! That won't work.
Ah!
Take this!
Keep getting him right on the edge.
This will do! You win. This.
Hooray, we won. I wonder if there's a way we can add a little more kick to these things. How is this possible? A samurai from afar losing to a feeble researcher and her assistant? Will the newcomer's luck ever run out? Find out in the next match. I am a trainer. Paimon said Genevieve leaving in a bit of a hurry just now, as though she was chasing someone. I followed her out too. What's just going on? Should we check it out too? Yeah. The fact that we lost twice, basically. Ugh. Oh, another researcher. I'm warning you, it's a serious crime to fight outside the ring. Do you think I care at this point? You psycho. You solve all your problems with brute force. No wonder you had to fake the data when you couldn't get the results you wanted. I'm the one who should be warning you, unless you have evidence to back up your claims. That was a blatant slander. Oh, you didn't like that? Huh? Huh, tough cookies. You should start thinking about how you're going to apologize to Mr. Bousseau when you get out of here. If you ever get out of here. What am I saying? I should be thanking you. Mr. Bousseau had to step down thanks to your academic dishonesty. No way can Raimondo handle all of Fontaine Research Institute's projects on his own. Once I get out of here, it never ceases to amaze me how some people can fantasize about such a bright future in this fortress where the sun never shines. A true testament to the power of the human imagination. Who are you, and how exactly is this any of your business? Who? Me? As you can probably guess, I'm just a lowly assistant. A nobody, really. We're all contestants here, so let's try and be a little cordial to one another outside the ring, shall we? I have a delicious iced health drink here, very sweet. Would you care for a glass? What? Wait, no. I'm not even a contestant. He didn't fall for it. Unlike some people, I refuse to stoop to using brute force to prove my own value. The Fontaine Research Institute lab is too good for you. A lumberjack's cabin in the mountains is where you belong. Genevieve punches him. How dare you? Private brawls are... You all saw that too, right? Private brawls are prohibited. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry. I took my glasses off for a second, and my eyesight is terrible without them. I'm afraid I didn't see a thing. Leave us out of this. I just got here. Did something happen? It's not a brawl unless you hit her back. Oh. I just got here. Did something happen? Oh, great. Is anybody here not a pathological liar? No, just my luck. You self-righteous conniving. Ugh. I'll wipe those smug looks off your faces. Just you wait. My vile model enhanced mecha will prove everything. The man leaves. What was that about? I'm sorry you had to see that. I have a bit of a short fuse. I always try my best to stay rational, objective, and neutral in all scenarios, but sometimes I fail to control myself. Short fuse is no excuse for assault. Talk smack, get whacked. He had it coming. Short fuse is no excuse for assault. You just suddenly punched him without saying a single word. I'm was shocked. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better. Anyway, who was he? Chamvalon. He's a senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute. He's always had a rivalry with Raimondo, but I guess he thinks he might be in with a chance since Bousseau has spawned from power. But it does look like Raimondo doesn't look like Raimondo has any intention of giving him the chance. It's a shame, really. If he was Raimondo's equal, the Steambird would have to give me my own column space. Why? Also, how do you know all about this? It's kind of suspicious. Because when I was caught at when I was collecting evidence at the Fontaine Research Institute, he was the main target of my investigation. All those problematic documents I mentioned were linked to him. I've actually met him a few times before, but he didn't seem to recognize me at all just now. Oh, wait a sec. Now you're divulging the details of the case. What happened to client confidentiality and professional ethics? The fact that he's here in the Fortress of Meripede means the case is clearly over. Plus, I sent my uncle a letter recently to see if I could find anything out. And all he sent in reply was, be patient. I knew something weird was going on. I guess he couldn't be bothered to help me since he knew what was about to happen. And to think I spent years running errands for him. and even let him put me as a supporting character in his novel. I'm not surprised to see him here at all. He's never had a very good reputation at the Fontaine Research Institute. Lots of negative rumors flying around him. Guess they weren't all groundless. Oh, I know I was sent here for injuring him at a conference, and of course for other reasons too. But I swear the part about his bad reputation is public knowledge. If you don't believe me, ask anyone else from the Fontaine Research Institute. That won't be necessary. Yeah, anyway, I was more concerned about that stuff he said before leaving. Isn't he not participating in the competition? And even if he was, it's all about entertainment value, right? So why did he sound like he's plotting something nefarious? Knowing how he operates, I guess he intends to take this opportunity to show that he's capable of and impress the powerful people in the fortress. Huh. Well, having met some engineers from the Fontaine Research Institute before, like Kleines, Paimon's gotta ask, what makes this Champfalon guy so special? Professionally, he doesn't have any noteworthy accomplishments, but he's quite skilled at networking and playing people to his advantage. Although, surely he wouldn't. What's the worst he can throw at us? 12 engineers, all built like two Rusimovs? No, you moron, it's worse than that. Did you hear what he said? The vile model enhanced mecha. It sounds like he's gonna send Clockwork Mecha into the ring to fight on his behalf. And not your typical garden mechs mass-produced in the fortress either. Some modified variety of it with enhanced combat capabilities. That's crazy. Clockwork Mecha aren't even human. How are they allowed in the migration tournament? Since it's just for entertainment, there are no rules stating that the participants have to be a human. As a matter of fact, someone once captured a stern-shield crab from the abandoned production zone and sent that in as their fighter. Oh, so you really did draw in a fight, huh? That's absurd. Sounds pretty far-fetched, but on the off chance he really does send Mecha into the ring, what are you gonna do? Surrender. I know I'd be letting down our coach, but there's no way I could win that fight with this amount of training. I know my limits. Don't give up. Anything I can do, you can too. There's no shame in surrendering. Don't give up. Carrington, get real. A few encouraging words aren't going to magically close the gap between you and them. I think we just might have a shot, you know? If we can utilize the mutually destructive effects of Numa and Osha energy to weaken the Clockwork Mecha, winning wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility. I have an idea, but this isn't the place to discuss it. Let's find somewhere in the production zone that's better lit. Okay.
Squall and Fury.
Okay, Genevieve, so what's your idea? So as I was saying, we need to utilize the mutually destructive effects of Numa and Osha energy to weaken the Clockwork Mecha and create opportunities to attack. This is far beyond the scope of my abilities. I bid you all adieu. Don't go. I can't accomplish this without you. With some processing, Numa Osha can be stored in a container, even in your sugar glass bottles. I'm familiar with the structural weakness of a Clockwork Mecha, so if you create an opening, I can go in and attack. Ooh, that might actually work. And Poirot has been practicing his throwing, so hopefully his speed and accuracy should have improved by now. But I don't know anything about the principle of mutual annihilation between Numa and Osha. Honestly, me neither. If you put your mind to it, I'm sure you'll get it. This isn't a research project, so you don't need to grapple with the theory. All you need to know is which action causes what reaction. First things first, Help me set up a practice arena. Genevieve and Poirot set up a practice arena. Are these all from the stage props Concord gave us too? What kind of show would need props like these? Why does he buy all this stuff? Was it he said? Optional to use, mandatory to have? Right? Paimon sure would love to have a snoop around the Tricoupon Troops warehouse, assuming they have one. The arena is ready now for a demonstration on the Pneumosha mutual annihilation phenomenon. Over to you, Coach. Got it. You only need to run through it once. After that, I'll supervise Poirot's training until he knows exactly what he's doing. If it's that necessary, how hard can it be? That depends on how quickly you pick it up. So did I help? Thanks, Poirot. You'd have a much bigger help if you did nothing. Thanks, Poirot. Is that a genuine thanks or a gee, thanks? Anyway, let's meet at the penetration ring before the next match, like last time. Alright, don't die on us, Poirot. You need to live on. Don't be so dramatic. Stage props are getting to your head. But sure, I'll try to avoid getting annihilated along with the Numa and Osha. I know we can win this. You know, I really hope you guys can.
Boring! The wind rises.
Hey, Poirot. How did the training go? Did it work? Yep, I'm now fully versed in the mutually destructive properties of Numa and Osha energy. Great, then why don't you summarize it for me? Congratulations, maybe a job as a research assistant really is in the cards for you. Great, summarize it for me. Sorry, I was just joking. I still don't really get how it works. But I do know what I have to do. Good, because you'll be facing a heavyweight this time. Haha. Well, ready to enter the arena? I'm ready. Don't forget to give us your input during match, Carrington. Then let's begin. I don't know how to give them their feedback. Contestants and coaches, please take your positions. Now it's about to begin. Okay, go after the woman first. Now have transcended their limits and defeated the Clockwork Mecha team. That seemed a little easier, but I think that might have been because of the Numa Osha stuff. What an exhilarating match. Congratulations to the researcher and her assistant, and of course to their coach, Carrington. But I have some breaking news. Don't get too comfortable, because this match is entering overtime. Your spectacular performance really put me in the mood for a brawl. So allow me to be your opponent during the overtime match. Let's go. Oh, what? Also a great lover of combat sports. Hold on. Once battle's over, admit your strength to the Darkwing Geese team really. Wait, we're called Darkwing Geese. Okay. I accept my defeat. Looks really can be deceiving, haha. You never said anything about an overtime match. I'm about to pass out. No entertainment-driven tournament would be complete without a few exciting plot twists. Some applies to using fireworks in the ring, or sweet-scented sugar glass bottles. Without further ado, are you ready to receive your prize? Feels like we're forgetting something. The Fanta Trophy! Unlimited Fanta! Where did Chimfalong go? Oh, good point. Those mecha were his pride and joy, and we tore them to shreds. Would you stick around to be humiliated further? He's probably hiding a way to escape the shame. I doubt it. Like you said, they were his pride and joy. I don't think he's gonna take this lying down. You got nothing to worry about. You're the champions, and you even defeated me. You can handle whatever else he might throw at you. But that as it may, fighting 2 matches back to back has completely exhausted me. I need to sit down or I'm gonna faint. Right now he could throw a newborn puppy at me and I'd probably lose the fight. Chimfalong returns and he's brought some friends. My Veil Model Enhanced Mecha. You destroyed my Veil Model Enhanced Mecha. The tournament isn't over yet. Leave it to me. I've still got some fight in me. No, don't force yourself. I guess it's my time to shine. Yeah, let Coach Kyton show you how it's done. Okay.
Brace yourselves.
The wind knows me. Useless.
Here we go. Wouldn't gliding be fast?
Enough! No more. Please stop. Already? I'm still warming up here. Halftime break? Sure. You want a second half? You're completely mad, all of you. No more messing with crazy. I'm done. Should have known after last time what a spectacular failure this was. I'm admitting defeat and I'm leaving. Now without me or not, let's find somewhere to discuss reimbursement for my losses. Just look at the mess you made of my precious pancreation ring. Oh, but first, it gives me great pleasure to present the champions with the grand prize. Be proud of yourselves. You've earned it. Here's Muff and Chimfalong leave. That was a pretty underwhelming in the end. Feels like all that preparation was a lot of effort for nothing. It was worth it to see Kyton in the ring. So cool. Yeah, I hope you were taking notes. I don't know about cool. I think this learning opportunity is a little wasted on me. We promised the trophy to Coach Kyton and Paimon. As for the credit coupons, I feel bad. You went above and beyond by taking that last fight, so we should really increase your compensation. But we really need those coupons. We can give you a little extra, but not as much as you deserve. Yes, you're running low on coupons after Rave. Anyway, it's fine. We'll stick to the amount originally agreed, right, Kyton? That's alright with me. I'm not in this to bleed anyone dry. Thank you so much, Coach Kyton and Paimon. So, what are your plans now that you've won the tournament and gotten a big stash of coupons? All I can think about is life after the Fortress of Meripede. Although it's true that they have no evidence to prove I committed academic dishonesty, the fact is I also haven't been able to reproduce the results from the disputed experiment. I'll just have to keep going with my research and find a way to prove myself. This place isn't that bad, but the world beyond the fortress suits me better. Clients are hard to come by down here. There's practically zero work for a detective. But then again, even in the rest of Fontaine, the detective industry is just too competitive. Maybe I should think about expanding outside of Fontaine. Coach Crichton, you're a traveler, right? Maybe we'll run into each other somewhere else one day. Sounds like you have great plans. Heaven helps you achieve all your goals. I hope I'll at least have graduated from being a supporting character in my uncle's novels when we next meet. Thank you, and good luck to you too. I could recommend him to go to what is it called? Inazuma. They have a detective agency.
Behold!
Such too. But yeah. Currents have fallen on the finals of this Pancration tournament. Genevieve and Poirot seize the champion's throne from the formidable specialist Mecca. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's not.